intervertebral disc is a structure located between adjacent vertebral bodies of the spine. It acts as a major shock absorber, and movement of the spine takes place over the disc. If we look at the structure, we first have the outer rim, or what we call the annulus fibrosus. This outer ring is made of very tough fibrocartilage and consists of concentric layers of collagen fibers. It provides strength and resists twisting forces. Then we have the center, or the nucleus pulposus. That is the central gelatinous center, and it's rich in water. It helps to distribute the pressure evenly across the disc, and it receives nutrition through the end plate. It doesn't have its own blood supply, but it gets nutrition through the end plate. It can hydrate when the pressure is lower, or dehydrate as the pressure increases. Then thirdly, we have the end plate. That is a thin layer of cartilage, and it attaches the disc to the adjacent vertebral bodies. It also enables nutrition to the nucleus. So how does it function? Well, it's first and most important is the fact that it's a shock absorber. It absorbs shock while we walk, while we run, or when we're jumping. It allows movement of the spine. So flexion or forward bending, extension, backward bending, lateral bending, and rotation. It maintains the space between the vertebrae, and it protects the spinal nerve by preserving the intervertebral canal. Mechanism: due to the fact that the disc has a soft center, it has pressure. It's like a tire pressure of your car. The pressure is dependent on posture. Certain postures, the pressure is high enough that the nucleus starts to dehydrate. So what is common condition? Well, the most common condition that we get is a herniated or slip disc. And this means that the nucleus, or the center, has protruded through the annulus fibrosus. It means that it's torn the annulus, and now some of that center has moved into the canal. This causes compression of the spinal nerves, but it can also cause pressure on the spinal cord, which is very dangerous. The herniation can be caused by trauma, like a fall or an accident, or prolonged, repeated bad posture. Then we get degenerative disc disease, and this just means over time, the things that we do in our daily lives have dehydrated the disc, and the disc therefore loses water and also its elasticity. Sciatica, that is, something that is very commonly referred to. It's when your herniated disc has decreased the intervertebral canal, and this causes pressure on the sciatica nerve. And this is usually a pain running down the leg. If we have to explain the pressure of the disc, it is one of the ways that they explain it is in relative pressure. So they would take standing, the pressure in the disc while we're standing as 100%, and they compare different postures relatively to standing. So if you're lying on your back, then the pressure is a quarter of the pressure while standing. So the pressure is minus 25%. If I'm lying on my side, it's minus 30%. But if I stand and I start to bend forward, like we do at the basin when we want to wash our face or brush our teeth, the pressure is 1.5 times that of standing. And that means that the pressure is then relatively 150%. If you sit in an upright position with your back nicely supported, then the pressure is relatively 140% compared to standing. But if you sit with a forward position, it's double the standing pressure, so plus 200%. If you stand in a forward position with 10 kilograms in each hand, the pressure is 220%. But if you do the same thing in a sitting position, it will be 270%. So the more we increase the disc pressure, the more it dehydrates. Dehydration accelerates disc degeneration or increase our risk of a herniated disc. So the most important thing to take from this is the fact that sitting increases the disc pressure more than standing, and even more so than when we're handling a weight. And then the worst is a forward position, sitting in a forward position. Movement like walking increase the load sharing to the facet joint, which helps the disc, and it also increases nutrition to the nucleus. So what can we take from that? When sitting, always try and maintain an upright position and have the back supported. Secondly, change position regularly. Stand up, walk around, sit again. But we want to change position after about 30 minutes of standing, maximum 45 minutes of sitting.